Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the channel. As always, thanks for joining me. It's massively appreciated. Make sure you do all the good stuff for me. Hit that thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, come and join the family, but hit that bell and you'll never miss anything I do. But most of all, thank you for your view. I'm in a good mood. This is my first official FM24 series with my beloved Manchester United. It's not my first FM24 video though. I use that other new feature where you can transfer an old save from FM23 to wrap up my Real Oviedo series, which was pretty cool. Put a little bow in it. It was lovely jubbly. But now we're getting to the real thing with Manchester United. I did this last year with the Project 23 series and I enjoyed it. I can only sign players under 23, but I'm not doing that this year. I just want to be Man United manager. I want to try and have some fun with a club I love more than anything in the world, and I want to try and do better. United, we stand. And I shall be using another new feature, the My World feature, where I'm going to scrap all this summer's transfer targets and do it myself. Some similar, some not. I was quite happy. So here we are on the main page of Manchester United, and I have used the name fix. I got all my kits and my logos. I got all my graphics from sorted outside. The name fix though, hasn't got the nickname on, has it? The Red Devils. That's quite annoying. But I was super excited for this. Like, genuinely, couldn't wait to see what I could do. I love this feature. So this is the first team squad. You start with David De Gea's gone, but we still have a few players here like Eric. Bloody hell, look at him. He's still here. Tellez is still here. I mean, there's a few. I've got Martial. I want to get rid of Sancho. Donny van der Beek. So I'm starting with 228 million in the bank and 130 to spend. Bit of room in them wages too, but I had lots of work to do. And this will change. Now at the minute, the net debt is 472 million apparently. Transfer debt of 131. For now, this is the staff you're starting with, and it's pretty good. I'm a big believer in staff, and I will definitely improve it. I've already got a set piece coach. It's quite nice. One thing I would like to do at my time at Manchester United is improve the training facilities, because it's, you know, public knowledge now that Carrington isn't the best. It's fallen behind many other training complexes. So I really want to make that better, because there is a new thing you get in the news towards the end of October, where you get a list of all the best training facilities and youth setups in the world. And when I saw that Manchester United weren't on that, so I know I want to get good staff for the under-18s, but I also want to improve the facilities. So we still have the Glazers as owners, which is freaking annoying as a Manchester United fan, especially after the year we've had with all the saga of a potential takeover. I thought by FM24 it'd be done. I thought by March it'd be done, then April it'd be done. It's never getting done. It's never getting done. And I mean, what's happening now with what Ratcliffe buying 25%? Apparently, I don't know. I don't care who owns us now. I just want them out. I want them out and the debt cleared. So I'm going to try my best to push them out myself. And this, by Sports Interactive, has annoyed me. Owner status. Loves the club. Bollocks. So then quickly, it is a new game. Some of you might not have seen it yet. I'm sure you've watched many other YouTubers. I'm just going to give my quick overview. Now, as you can see, everything is exactly the same. It's all the same. There's no new major features. Obviously, you've got things like the set piece coach. I think they've tweaked the training a bit. There's a few different things when you're trying to sell a player. Apparently, player motions and actions in the 3D engine's improved. I've noticed a few. I've also noticed many mistakes, goalkeeper injuries, a few mistakes on that pitch. But what I do want to say, if I wasn't doing YouTube and I had a chance to look at this game, I wouldn't buy it knowing that FM25's coming out and it's this new version, new engine, new everything, an overhaul basically. This is the last of this generation of game, they're saying. I won't buy it. I think you could play FM23 and you wouldn't notice anything different, to be honest. If you're struggling for money, because I know quite a lot of us are at the minute, a lot of people are, I'd save your money, save your £40 odd or £30 odd if you can get it on a deal. Save it. Or save up this year for FM25, because I reckon that's the game that's going to change it. That's the game you're going to want. Anyway, we finished top 4 last year and we won the Carabao Cup, but obviously I've not got any of the players they've brought in. I don't know if that would have changed this, but the bookies have put us down in 6th. Cheeky bastards. But it's deadline day, pushing me deals through to the end. But I was buzzing with what I've done. Maybe not financially for the club, But for that team on the pitch, I think I've done a better job. Now, some of you are going to disagree with some of my signings, maybe. Some of you might be like, why have you bought him? Some of you will moan, maybe, but it is what it is, and I was really, really happy with what I did. Now, these are the finances on the 1st of September. I've still apparently got 109 million in the bank. Well, that won't last long, trust me. I think I brought the wage budget down, which is good. Net debt's gone up, transfer debt's gone up. It'll go up even more. Probably. I have stretched those finances. Now, I have sold a lot of players. I've sold a lot of youth players for little peanuts here, million here, 2 million there. As many as I could, right? Just to keep that money coming in. Especially for my last signing, I needed 75 million in the transfer budget. I had 71. Managed to push through a few minor deals that I might not have done, just to push that one over the line. So I was happy with that in the end, because it was touch and go for a while. Some players I just could not sell. No interest. Too much. They want too much money. I've loaned some out. I've got wages paid, or I've got partial wages paid. 2 players have managed to put mandatory fees in that were low, and the clubs accepted them. They've got out on loan and will be leaving after 12 months. I got 16 million for Fred. He's gone off to Saudi Arabia, and I've noticed that Saudi Arabian clubs are floating around putting offers in for players. I got 15.5 for Alex Telles. Now, this kid, he's got a lot of promise, or apparently he has, but, you know, I've got a D rating. I got 15 for him. I got 15 for Dean Henderson. He's off to Hoffenheim in Germany. Hannibal, good little player, I know, but I needed the money. He's going to Aston Villa. Put him up for loan already. Got about 7 million for him. This dude has always annoyed me. He has flashes of brilliance, and then he's injured for 3 years. I got 5 million. This is a good one. I got a good amount for him, I think, because I don't really... He's injury prone as well. 5 million going up to 10. Got 4.2 million for Brandon Williams. I got 600 grand for Tom Eaton. He's gone to Forest. I don't know why I was shocked by that, but fair play. Now, Sancho could not get rid of him, using all the new features, asking his agent, no one's interested. Try to offer him out using the transfer room, whatever it's called. No one was interested. Intermediary couldn't do anything. But then loan offers started to come in. Quite a few. Atletico Madrid's was the best. I mean, I think he's on 275 grand a week. They're paying 140 grand of his wages. Donny van der Beek, lots of loan offers in for him. But I put a mandatory in on his 5 million. Just 5 million. And they accepted it. So he's going to be going. He's there on loan for the season. And then he's off. Now, Elanga we sold in real life. I couldn't sell him. No one wanted him. He's gone on loan to West Brom. They're paying his wages. Now, I know he just got a man of the match performance in real life at the time of filming against Sheffield United. But it's Harry Maguire. I needed to move on. 200 grand a week is what it is. Now, I put a mandatory fee on for him of 10 million. Inter Milan accepted that. He had all his interest was from Italy. He'd do well out there, I bet. So who did I bring in? Well, I know people have moaned about him. I know he's made some mistakes early on. I still rate him, right? But sometimes you've got to forget about real life. This isn't real life. It's a computer game. And in-game, he is a fantastic keeper. Not only that, he's world class. He's great, right? I got him cheaper than we paid in real life. I think we paid 50, 60 million for him. I've paid around 50, but I've only had to give him 20. Or the new Harry Maguire replacement. And this is the man we should have been getting, I think, in real life. He had a £40 million minimum fee release fee, didn't he? And he's gone off to Bayern Munich in real life. Now, he hadn't gone to Bayern because of the My World feature. But he didn't have that £40 million minimum fee. But they let me buy him for about 80 spread out. I think I've paid half of it and the rest of it's going to be spread out. I needed a Fred replacement. Declan Rice. We're still at West Ham. Now, this one's crippling. This one is going to cripple us. This is the one that I pushed through towards the end. I needed 75 million in the kitty, and I had 71. Managed to squeeze through a few more little deals. I had to push this on a week. Do you know when it says, you haven't got the money, do you want to delay it for a week? Yes. And you hope that they say yes, and they did. Arsenal didn't come in for him. No one else came in for him. I've got to pay like 50 million a year. We had no strikers. I want Rashford to be on the left. Martial's gone. No strikers. So Osimhen, why the frick not? He's probably the best striker on the game after Haaland. So, you know, it's a no-brainer. Finishing, off the ball, pace, he's a baller. And he has a minimum fee release clause of 86 million, and that's exactly what I paid. But I wanted a second striker. Højlund? Yes, I could. 48 million, going up to 60 million. Buzzing. because he is great. He's a wonder kid now on the game, and on FM23, if you watch my Real Oviedo series, you'll have seen him constantly. He was Real Madrid superstar. He was always top goal scorer. So let's move through the squad and look at it as quickly as possible, just to show you the players I've got for the season. Now, we moved him on in real life. I've kept him as a backup, of course. We've got Onana. Wan-Bissaka, decent player who starts slow but comes really good. Obviously, Dalot is my other right back, pretty decent player. Centre halves, we've got Martinez, class, I love him. Rafael Varane, legend. Obviously, Kim Min-jae, buzzing, I've got him. Lindelof, probably his last season, probably move him on if I can. Left backs, of course, we've got Luke Shaw. Looks like he's gone a bit backwards on the game. Tyrell is obviously injured. Now, moving down into the middle, Casemiro, bit of a legend, top player. Declan Rice, of course. I've got McTominay, keeping him, why not? And Kobe Mainoo, who I saw come quite good sometimes on FM23. Good little player, got injured in pre-season, I think, in real life. He's going to be my fourth choice midfielder. On the right wing, we've got Anthony. He looks better than he is in real life. And Palestri. He's going to be my backup right winger. On the left, of course, we have Marcus Rashford, who looks like a complete baller. And Garnacho, who's a wonder kid and will definitely do some bits this year. Behind the striker, Bruno, Captain Marvel, who looks great, to be fair. He's got his understudy, is the legendary Eriksen, who's alright, can play midfield. And that's a good thing about the midfield. A lot of them can switch around. I've got a good few options. Same in defence as well. And then, of course, up top, we have Højlund and Osimhen. But we also have Diallo, who's injured, but he had a great season last year at Sunderland. I thought he'd be a great little player to keep around the squad, can cover on the wings, can cover up top, actually. So that's it. I'm just going to show you all the results so far, because obviously I went to the 1st of September, so we've had pre-season, and the season has started. Pre-season was okay. I left it as the standard. I've not changed it. That is what it is. It went okay. I used quite a few different players. I've beaten Burnley 2-0. Got beat off Spurs. Bossed us, to be fair. And then I've annihilated Sheffield United. Carabao Cup, B team in that. FA Cup, we'll see. I want to do well. I want to get this club back on top as quick as possible. I want to be in that top 4. I want consistent Champions Leagues. And I want to do well in the Champions League, because in real life, we're a bit shit. Now, this is the board request page, a lot of other information as well. And the Wanker Glaziers, to be fair, while I had money in the bank, I don't think they realise how quick that money's going to disappear. Do accept the training in the youth. So, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to improve the facilities, and it will happen. I mentioned it earlier, one of the features that's added. It's not a feature, it's just a new news item, and it shows you the best youth setups in the world. Man City have got number 1. You can see Barcelona, Chelsea, Benfica, Salzburg Sporting, PSG, Genk, Independiente from Ecuador, and Real Madrid. I need to check out Independiente. What's that? Ecuador. I need to turn that league on. Can I turn that league on? Don't know if I can. But how are we not on that list? It's embarrassing with Manchester United. We're all about youth. And as you can see, the staff, I tweaked it. I've touched it up a bit. I've filled a few spaces. These guys who are already here who are good. But over the years, I'll probably get rid of people and make it even better. So let's now jump forward to the 1st of January and see how I was getting on. And at this point, we're 4th. I'm 10 points off Arsenal. Now, one of the reasons why I reckon we're 4th was, I think there's a fault in this beta, and I've talked to loads of people now. Subscribers in comments of other videos. I'm in a group with a hardcore group of friends who all play Football Manager. Goalkeeper injuries. There was a period where both my keepers were injured, and I had to bring some random kid who was shit up from the youth team. Now we got through that, and we're still doing all right. My main aim was just top 4. So last time we checked in on the league results, I'd beaten Sheffield United 6-1. We're in a great run here until Arsenal. But, you know, when Martinez went off, we got battered, then Declan Rice got fucking sent off, and it just all fell to shit. Absolutely annihilated off Arsenal. If you're a gunner, you'll love that. But I have really tried my best to rotate and use players as much as I can, because obviously Europe, players who aren't first teamers, or, you know, my top player in that position, you know, I'm playing in the cups and so on if I can. Have that. That is a beautiful thing. It'll always be a beautiful thing beating Man City. Even when they were shit, I don't care. Shit, good, you just want to beat Man City. Drew with Everton, who were top of the league before, I don't know if you noticed, after a few games. Then we went on this fantastic run. This was the killer. This is where we've gone from really being up there as a, you know, a title contender, playing Liverpool and Arsenal, who are up there, and losing both games. But quickly, because it's all about this staff thing, and that's one of my main objectives, is to build this youth setup up by the 1st of Jan. I'd sorted that out as well, so we've got the best under 18 staff. And you can see Bruno Fernandes behind that striker has been a baller in my tactic, absolute baller. Rashford started off really slow and I was a bit worried about him, but he's just started to kick into gear. Anthony's way better on here than he is in real life. Garnacho has been fantastic. He was great in the Carabao Cup. I think the majority of them goals are scored in the Carabao Cup. Declan Rice has been a baller for me. Osimhen gets quite a few injuries, but I'm all right with that because he can perform when he plays, but it gives Højlund a chance to play. Kim Min-jae, he starts the season okay. He's kind of tails off towards the end. I expected a little bit more from him. Wan-Bissaka, where's Wan-Bissaka? He's down here at the minute, struggling with fitness, not getting game time. He turns it around. And let's quickly run through the Carabao Cup. We beat Sheffield United 5-1, which was pretty much with a B team. Look at that. And I stuck with that theme, and we just scraped it through on penalties against Bournemouth. In the quarterfinals, we faced Ipswich, and the boys stepped up onto the semi-final, and I'm sticking with the theme, giving guys a game who aren't playing all the time. But in the first leg of the semi, we were beaten 4-3. But then those boys, well, Ericsson maybe, but the rest of them didn't let me down, and we beat them 4-1, getting to the Carabao Cup final. But no, it gets real when you get in a final, doesn't it? Especially when you're facing Liverpool. Højlund got a game though. Happy for him. It was decent. Went 1-0 down with penalty. And then we just turned that screw, and you know, there wasn't too much in it, but we were definitely the better team. I made sure I recorded the end of the game so you could see us lifting a glorious trophy, but it was nice. It was nice to win a trophy. This might be the only trophy I get this year, possibly, but it's good. I want to keep that winning mentality. Well, it's now the 6th of April, and we are second in the league. We have really come into our own. Bit old school United. We were always a bit slow back in the day. We always came good towards the end of the season. And these boys have done something very similar. Have you noticed though? Haaland on 28 goals. Lukaku has stayed at Chelsea and has become an absolute baller. He's going toe to toe with Haaland. Look at that for bounce back ability. Those two defeats were shocking. They were bad, right? We got through it though, and we've been on a run and a half. Over to the FA Cup though, and we are out of it. Again, I kind of went down that B team theme. We beat Blackburn. Greeno, my good friend, he's a Blackburn fan. Beat your boys with the B team. Leicester 2-1. Blackpool, give guys a game, 2-0. Aston Villa, I went with the B team again. There's too many other important games. You've seen how we're doing in the league. Obviously there's a Champions League, which we'll have a look at next. This is going to be the last season, isn't it, of this old format before it changes. And I won't lie, I do like the new format. I played it a lot on FM23, so I know how it works. But it's nice, little send off here. We were quite lucky. We weren't great. Here are all the results so far, and of course the last 16 knockouts against Atletico Madrid, because we did finish second. Now obviously we started well with a 6-1, but then I got beat off Barca 1-0. That was bounced back at home though, 4-1. Beat them 3-0. Barcelona beat me again. They run away with that group, didn't they? 11 bloody doshki. Who cares? And got Atletico Madrid though, 3-1. Fantastic game, and then 3-1 again, and now I've got Porto. Now jump forward just 14 days, and this is my last save file, because it could get quite interesting. As you can see, at 12:30 today, I'm away at the Empty-Hand Stadium, and I'm going to do a little mini live com here. If you're new to my channel, sometimes to squeeze a bit of action in, I'll have a main live com and a mini live com. A mini live com is we'll just jump in for goal replays, shortens it, but you still get to see what's going on. In the Champions League quarter-final, we beat Porto away 2-1. We then beat them 3-1 at home. McTominay coming on, 93rd minute. McTomas for the Ballon d'Or. We now have, though, Inter in the semi. And we can beat them. Surely we can beat them now. The other semi-finals, City versus Real Madrid. So this is the gamble of mine. We're going to short Livecom City in the league and see what happens. We're going to look at the league in a sec. And then if I can get past Inter, I've got potential Champions League final. So here we are at the Etihad Stadium. Now, we beat them 2-1 at Old Trafford. I don't expect us to win this. If we do, it'll be brilliant. You've got to give it your best shot. I don't expect to win the league. I just want to get in that top 4 and start building momentum and growing the club. And obviously we need the money because I've pretty much bankrupted us worse than the Glaziers have. So we're 1-0 down. Haaland's scoring. They cut me to pieces up here, really. Before this, Grealish and Haaland were doing a lot down that left-hand side. And we're only a few minutes in. Back in it, though. We're back in it. Glory, glory, Man United. Look at Rashers all the way over. Bruno to Osimhen. Haaland who? Well, it's half-time. The commentator said it was entertaining. It's been more of a battle. I think we've had the edge. We've hit the post. They had a goal disallowed offside. It's neck and neck here. We're matching them. Well, our 13-game unbeaten run could be coming to an end. Man City have finally took the lead. He hadn't made a lot of changes, but we were suffering. That was shocking. That's Onana in real life. He just pulled up a right world-class save before and all. But you know what, though? We got a penalty. Eriksen loves a penalty. Bit of respect back, aren't we? 3-2. And there you go. Pep got one over on me this time. We beat them 2-1. They beat me 3-2. It's okay. I mean, the title's not over, but like I said, I'm just happy that we're competing at the top. That's enough for me. So that's the table now. Obviously, we're a few points behind them. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, just want to get in that top 4. I've got a few games to play. I've got to play Fulham in the league, which I might just beat him. I don't give a shit. I really want to chase that Champions League now. If I can get to the final, win or lose, that would be amazing. We've still got Sheffield United, Brighton and Brentford. Some tough games, some easy games. Right, so this has been fun. I B-teamed pretty much that next game. We had to play Osimhen. We beat Fulham 5-0 in the league. And because of the Inter Milan Champions League semi-final, I B-teamed Sheffield United, who are 20th. I'm battered them, really. Now, City have played 2 games. They won 1, but they drew with Arsenal as well. So it's now down to 3 points with 2 games to go, although my last 2 games should be a little bit more difficult. I think got Brentford and Brighton. So obviously, using my squad, I saved my better players for the Champions League, beating Inter Milan 2-1 away. I mean, kind of FM'd them, but it kind of mirrored in the next leg because we were way better than them, but they put up a proper fight, went 1-0 up. We came back into it. Anthony got injured, he's going to be out for 3 weeks. Then Martinez scored a freaking free kick, which went great, and then we got a penalty. And the penalty king himself, Eriksen, scored it, winning 4-3 and booking our place in a Champions League final against the Kings of Europe. Real Madrid knocked out Man City. Happy days. I mean, that looks like a cracker, doesn't it? Look at that. City give it their best shot. Real Madrid won 7-6 in aggregate. Okay, so I've played my last 2 games and we did all right. We've won. And it was getting close. There was a slight glimmer of hope because City went down 1-0 but ended up coming back. So they've won the league by 3 points. But to push them that far, I think it's an achievement for this club. But still, we can go on and win the Champions League. But I'm going to have to film that live com tonight because it's the school holidays and Fletcher wants to play, don't you? What do you want to play with me now? Army soldiers. So I'm going to go and do my job as a dad and then I'll come back later and do the live com. Welcome to Wembley. Welcome to the Champions League final. I think I've got a pretty good team out there. Probably not my best, maybe. Garnacho's been great. Anthony would have probably started, but he's not 100%. He's on the bench. But look at that. They had Bellingham. He was there. So that was happening no matter what. But that is some freaking team we're up against. So here we go. Quite excited. Very proud to have done this. I think I did well. I mean, Onana's better in game than he has been in real life so far, but he's a fantastic keeper. He got to the Champions League final last year. I just think getting that spine in, a goalkeeper, centre-half, central midfielder, and sorting out the striker situation. Obviously, I've ruined the finances, but I don't care. I've stretched him. I don't know what's going to happen with FFP. I don't know what's going to happen with the owners. I was kind of hoping to force them out. I've heard rumours the game's a bit different now. If you do get the club into money troubles, they can take over in certain aspects or fire you. So we'll see. I mean, if I win this, my job should be secure. We have won a trophy anyway, only the Carabao Cup, but it's something. We'll see. But yeah, you're getting to see the game here. If you haven't seen FM24 yet, I'm sure you have. Here he is. Bloody hell. You might get to see some movement you've not noticed. I'll be honest with you. Have I noticed much? I don't know. I mean, I've got through the season quite quick. It seems to really process the game really quick. I've still got the same computer I had on FM23, but it's been really, really good. What is going on with him on the floor? Finally, here we go. Bloody hell, I've been waiting now About 4 hours for them to take that, and there you go. What good save. But I've got the graphics on very high, maxed out graphics. So these are the best graphics you're going to see. Now that is one thing. I think a few people are worried about when it comes to FM25 because it's going to be this new game engine and a completely new game. I think that it has been mentioned that it could struggle on poor computers, and one good thing about Football Manager is you can play it on a poor computer. It just depends what settings, what graphics you want to have on. Talking to a good friend of mine, Thargoff, who really needs to upgrade his PC, and he don't know if he's going to be able to in time for FM25, so he might not be able to get it. And there's going to probably be a lot of people out there. So if you're one of those people, I know I mentioned earlier, you could probably skip it. This might be the game to get if your PC can't handle the new version. But you know, I mean, I've got through 2 seasons already since the beta's come out, and I have enjoyed it. I mean, I really rushed through my Real Oviedo last season. Took a little bit more time with this, but I do play quite quickly. If you are new to my channel, I'll play the majority of my games in key highlights. I'm old school. I used to play Chat Manager with text. I can handle that. You get through the games quicker. If nothing's happening in between a game, I just holiday it. I just really bash through it, and I've done it so long, and I've been doing this so many years, developing my way of playing so I can get my content out. It is what it is. Garnacho, can he? Oh. No, he can't. 20 minutes in. I mean, we've not seen anything from us, but we've got to the Champions League final, which is something, by the looks of real life, we're not going to do this season under Erik ten Hag for some of these players. I have seen people say United are overpowered. They always say we are, and we're also 1-0 down. Jude bloody Bellingham, what a player he is. I'd be interested to see how the computer handles this. Am I going to fail FFP? Will we get some kind of ban, a fine? I don't know. Are they going to just clear it and sort us out? Will the Glaziers, even though they wouldn't in real life, dip their hands in their pockets? They'll probably just take out another massive loan. We'll see. We'll see, won't we? Oh, that was piss poor, mate. Oh, that was piss poor. You can't be doing that. Oh, there you go. I'm not giving up just yet. You Real Oviedo fans will know what I mean, but we'll see. I've got a different feel about this. That Real Madrid team is brilliant. I quite like my fullbacks, to be fair. I don't think I need to waste money there. Striker-wise, I don't either. And then I've got my wingers. I like Rashford. Anthony's good on the game. Am I going to be able to afford someone on the level of Anthony in-game? Probably not. I've got 2 really good young backups. I mean, part of me's thinking, just look at the Lindelof situation, because he wants to leave. I quite like everybody else, and we've done a great job. Second in the league, won a Carabao Cup. Oh, Bruno! I mean, to sort out that Lindelof situation, just bring in another centre-half if I can. Even if it's on loan, I don't give a shit. And go again with that same team, because they're not old. I mean, Eriksen's knocking on a bit, but he's still a good player to have in the team. He's quality. Got some right good attributes. Christ, is that the second time they've hit the woodwork? Half time, it's 2-1. There's not too much in it. We just need to click in a gear. I'd like to take this time as well, though, if you're new to my channel, if this is the first video of mine you've ever seen, I have been around for about 7 years. I do appreciate you finally tuning in. Hopefully you'll stick around. If you're a United fan, that's great. If not, and you're watching this, I really do appreciate that. Hopefully go and check out some of my older content on older games, because I do a wide variety of random stuff. Stories. My Journeyman series will be coming back this year. I do enjoy my stories, though, I won't lie, but I might save them till after Christmas. I'm going to be doing a thing called the Sub League, which I did last year. Most of you guys may know. We're going to bring it back. There might be some extra teams, expand the league. All the teams are made up of you guys. You all have a player within a team, within a little league, within a country called Subtopia. And I'll make a couple of episodes. We have a league cups and all that. And it was so much fun getting involved with you guys and having all the interaction with you guys, and hopefully making you feel part of something. And I've made a couple of changes, and we're instantly onto a free kick. Couple of yellow cards on the pitch. Bruno is one of them, the captain. But Højlund's come on. Oh! Casemiro against his old team. Yeah. Eriksen's come on for Declan Rice. Martinez has come on at left back. He's done that quite a bit this year. And of course, Højlund. We've got 15 minutes here. I demanded more and got highlights straight away. I mean, we're putting up a fight here against a team that's better than us. But can we get back into it? Christian Eriksen. Oh, Marcus. Bloody Rashford brought Anthony on for the last 10 minutes on the right-hand side. He wasn't fully fit. I'm not bringing McTominay on for Fernandes. I'm not bringing my captain off at a time like this. I need him. on that pitch. Right, there you go. Højlund turns. Honestly, he was a superstar for Real Madrid on my last FM23 save. Superstar. Him and Osimhen, actually. They ended up letting Osimhen go on a free, and Højlund just flew. That's why you don't take Bruno off. I'm trying my best to keep it down. Early on today, I was filming in the middle of the day. Obviously, I went to play with my lad, and then I went back to work for a couple of hours, did 3 hours at work, came home, and now everyone's in bed. And Jude Bellingham is, oh my God. I don't feel it though. I mean, they are class, but go on. Go on. Go on, Marcus. We need something for you. You haven't done much in the game, not too much. Pass it inside to Eriksen. Eriksen on the ball now, pings it all the way back to Varane. Fuck's sake. Let him get back now, haven't we? I'm still not giving up on this move though. Casemiro finds Min Jae. Oh, come on. I like this. I'm liking it. Wan-Bissaka. Go on, kid. Go on. Inside to Antony. Go on. Get it in the box. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka. Oh my God. Can you fucking feel that? Oh my God. I want to scream the house down. But my kids are in bed. How's that happened? I am loving the Champions League on FM24. If you're not going to watch Real Oviedo if you haven't watched it yet. I've been through it in 2 finals now. I've been through it. I've been 2-0 down in both. Different kind of games, but man, that with your own club, doing it that way, the United way. United we stand, brothers. Love it. Absolutely chuffed to bits with that. Can't breathe. That's the big worry though, isn't it, eh? A big worry. If you're wondering, Liverpool won the FA Cup beating Aston Villa. Gutted, well wanted Villa to win it. And if you're new to the channel, you might need a little bit of proof that I do actually play every game. Guys who've been around for ages know my process and trust me, so don't always show this, but you can see right down there all the stats. You don't get any career stats if you holiday. So that's just a little bit for anyone new. So let's wrap that up there. I don't know I'm going to fit it all into half an hour. I'm going to try my best. I really do appreciate the support. Hopefully you'll come back and won't go missing for episode 2 of United We Stand. As always, thank you very much for your view. That is the most important thing. But if you feel generous, hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell, and you'll never miss anything I do. I've got 50 million to spend somehow, even though we're massively in debt. I've got some players coming back from the loans. Hopefully we can move on the Sanchos and Co's, generate a bit more money, and get this team to where it deserves to be. And that is the top of the Premier League. But we are champions of Europe. Mind is blown. I love you long time. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. I'm Bood. Bye-bye.